Hey, we are back for another episode of the Cultured Misfits podcast. And last episode, it was Jennifer and I. And this episode, it is Rell and I. Hey, Rell.
Hey.
Hey, she's like, and she's in studio. Look at her, casting the blue light.
Yeah.
yes. So we're back for another episode. Very happy to be here. Very happy to have you here with us. Just a reminder, please leave a review. However you are taking this podcast in, please leave a review. Tell your friends, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff because it helps. You know, the key word today is algorithm. Everybody knows about algorithms, and so to help the algorithm help us grow, you need to leave a review and all that good stuff. So, Rell, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be back. I'm missing Jen, but
Yeah, missing Jen too, but she had to do some things. So, but it's cool because we get to spend quality time together. We've never got
that's
to
right.
do this.
No, we haven't. This is a first.
This is the first, and
Yeah.
it's in studio. So
Right.
this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any updates in general or no?
No, just I'm back and
You-
happy to be back.
Okay. All right. I'm very sore.
Mm-hmm.
From all the working out and playing basketball and stuff that I'm doing. My body is like, yo,
Stop.
stop. You're not 24, dog. You're not like you're a long way from 24. So, because I recently got a Peloton tread, so I have the bike. So now my workouts are, I start with 20 minutes on the bike,
Mm-hmm.
then I lift weights, and then I close out with 20 minutes on the tread. And then like Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I play basketball in the evening as well. So and then I also play on Fridays. The Fridays is an off day, in terms of working out. But then Saturday morning, I get up and I start my workout week. So yeah, my body's beat.
Your legs hurt.
Yeah, my legs and the muscles around my butt and hip, my left butt. Yo, it's real weird. It's real weird. It's really weird. I need a massage. I have one of those massage guns, and I've also been using I have a electrostimulation machine. I've done that. I've done those two things twice.
Mm-hmm. Treat yourself to a massage, though. I have a monthly I can't speak. A monthly subscription for a massage, so it works wonders.
I should. But it's like, yo, could you please rub my butt? I mean, I don't know how they're going to.
They can.
So yeah, and I got the hot tubs. Yo, so
Okay.
the problem is I don't stretch. And this
How are
is
you
part
working out so much and you're not stretching?
I've never stretched, and this is why. I warm up naturally. I'll just like get a little sweat going. I'll ease into things.
That's so bad.
It is horrible.
I know my problem, but I'm not solving it.
Right.
That's what that sounds like.
That's exactly what it is. I know exactly what the hell is wrong with me, and I'm not willing to solve it. Yeah. So
And your butt cheeks are
right.
are suffering because.
Yeah, yo. I mean, it's much better. Like one session with the electro stim and using the massage gun, and it felt like 100%, like 90% better. And so I'm supposed to be playing ball right now, but thankfully we're recording because my body needs a rest, and so I'm gonna rest the next couple of days. I didn't work out today. I was supposed to, and it was supposed to be leg day. I'm just gonna chill and see how I feel on Friday. And if I feel decent on Friday, I'll play ball. But I might not. We'll just see how things go.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan, right? So this is exciting because this episode is produced by Rell. So this is this is like the first episode you produced, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm excited. So what is the topic of today? The day.
Breakups and exes.
Oh, okay. And what about breakup and exes?
We're just going to talk about our experiences and I guess, our experiences and what's happened and what we've seen on the internet and other people's experiences.
Okay. All right. So we're going to warm things up. Okay. We're going to do our new segment. stop typing. Your stupid is showing, right? And you
Yes.
have that. So what is that for us today?
So we have a submission from Six Brown Chicks,
Okay.
and the submission was my boyfriend, dating a year and 2 months, is going on a trip with another woman. Their trip was planned while we were on a break, and they hooked up. He says since they paid for the trip, nothing can be canceled, and they're going. We can't afford for me to go. Advice. So basically, would you allow your current partner to go on vacation with an ex?
Off the top of my head, they wouldn't be my partner. Like as soon as this
Mm,
came up, we would be done because this would be like so out of the question. Like, no, I mean, if we're back together and we're working it out and we're happy, and it's where I want to be, and you're putting this out there, then clearly you don't love me. You don't really want to be with. You're putting a vacation ahead of me. So
mm-hmm.
hell to the no. It's nah. We can't. No, no. We're done. We're done. We're done. No.
No, I agree with you. I would be it's the same way. Like what? And the fact that she's like, we can't afford for me to go. I'm like, so you wanted to go on the trip with them? Why was
Right.
that an option?
Right. I bet you homie was like, nah, I can't afford to bring them both of you. Right. Oh, no, no, no. That see that these are the situations that happen in relationships that people kind of downplay. Like they'll ignore it and they'll keep going the relationship, and then down the line they'll wonder why it's not like it doesn't work. They didn't realize that I didn't see that such and such was a piece of shit.
Mm,
Like I understand, like nobody wants to lose money on a vacation, right? And this is why you get travel insurance and stuff. You know,
absolutely.
right? But
I know it's so crazy.
it's crazy. But like that, it's such a big red flag.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's a red flag that you break. You're on a break. You get back together, and this person is like, "Whoa,
I hooked
man,
up with this person, and
we're gonna take this trip." They're continuing on with the relationship, so to speak. So
mm-hmm.
it's like, how about we'll talk about the break is back on, going on your trip, and then we'll see where things are at after you get back on your trip. But
Well,
of
that's
course,
just like
no,
a hall pass.
no, because a hall pass is like guaranteeing that after the pass is used, that you can resume things.
Mm.
What I'm saying is like, yeah, go on your trip. We're still on our break. After the break, nah, this shit's done, son. That's just a graceful. That's just a
Yeah.
graceful way out of it.
I'd be petty. I'd be like, yeah, go ahead. You go ahead. You want to go on this trip? Go ahead.
Right, right.
And then
I
be
mean,
gone.
would you, if the roles were reversed, would you present that to the person you just got back good with again, or
I
how
feel
would you do it?
like you're saying, like there's no way if you're really into that person, there's no way that I could have the audacity to ask,
Right,
can I go on this trip with this man
right,
that I used to hook up that I hooked up with when we were on a break?
right.
It just doesn't work.
No, and how long was this break? That
Well, long enough for them to hook up.
well, I mean, I'm not even mad at the hookup part. I'm thinking about just the how long was the break that you would get with someone and then book a trip
Mm-hmm.
together and then book the trip long enough out into the future that now this is a situation. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Like, so what it feels like is like maybe this person, either you really had a fast and furious type of, you met this person as things move really quickly, or this person is someone that you've already had an established relationship with of some sort
Mm-hmm.
that y'all will hook up and then book a trip together, a non-refundable trip. That's a hell of a commitment, a
No
non-refundable trip.
trip yesterday.
Right? So there's a whole bunch of red flags there. The person who sent that in is dumb as fuck. That's.
Yes.
Ugh. And if they're looking for advice, my advice is like the relationship's done. Just move forward. It's over. It's not gonna work. It really isn't gonna work. So shit.
I agree.
So, I mean, no, oh my gosh, that made my head hurt. Like, just that really is that
It's
sucks.
a dilemma. Well,
It
not really, but
no, it's not
for
a
her.
dilemma. It's a the only dilemma is that somebody could be that weak or that weak to like really be like, man, I can't even afford to go on a trip with them. Like, not unless you're like trying to have a threesome or something, but
But it sounds like that he doesn't want her to go. So even it wouldn't even like I feel like that's not even what he's thinking about.
I know he's probably like, thank God I'm poor at
Yeah.
this moment, right?
Yes.
So
I think it's a reason, like it's a excuse
it
almost.
is, it is.
Yeah.
It's a perfect justification to this. Wow. Okay.
So
Well,
the advice is he doesn't want you. Move on.
I did. Well, I wouldn't say he doesn't want her. I would say that he's just a dirty. He just wants what he wants it all.
Yeah.
So if he
Okay.
can have both, he's gonna have both, right? So he's gonna take his trip, have fun, and then come back and resume his toxic relationship.
No, she'll be waiting.
Hmm. All right. I think we are properly warmed up and lubricated.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's next, producer Rel?
Yeah. So, what are some reasons for breakups? Why have you broken up with someone in the past? Or some popular reasons for breakups.
Oh, so I gotta start
Yeah.
this to start out. You know, so I have I? What are some reasons why I haven't? I've mostly been broken up with. Actually, my relationships have normally just kind of ran their course. Like that was the thing. It wasn't like, oh, actually, I broke up. Yeah, see, now I'm thinking I had to go back because it's been a while. I broke up with someone because she was crazy. Like she was crazy insecure. She was just jealous. She put hands on me a couple of times.
Red flags.
All kinds of red flags. She used to get me gifts, and then when we have an argument, want the shit back. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I don't mean to laugh.
Yeah. I mean, it was like a revolving door. She re-gave me my shit like 2 or 3 times.
And you took it back?
Yeah, I was young. I mean,
Okay.
I was really young. Now at this
Mm-hmm.
stage, no. No. I mean, it's like if you want your gifts back, take your gifts back and then we're done. We're
Mm-hmm.
done. Um so yeah, that was the reason was because of her just insecurities and instability, her emotional instability. So that was a reason. Another reason, poor sexual incompatibility. It just couldn't we couldn't connect. Um and then like just women that I've dated, I mean it's been I mean it's been for all kinds of reasons. I didn't like how they smelled, right? I mean,
Uh,
I just didn't
it's
like
a
how they
valid one. Okay.
yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and it wasn't that they stank or anything. I just legitimately didn't like how they smelled and
Mm-hmm.
how they tasted. Like it just like um I didn't like their friends. I didn't like their family. Cause show me who your friends are, and you're showing me who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true.
yeah. So and then just like general like poor poor conversationalists, like not good with the conversations, not we didn't like a lot of the same things.
Mm-hmm.
So those are generally the reasons. How
Yeah.
about you?
Um, my longest relationship, I would say, I just didn't see a future. I guess, like you're saying, like it ran its course.
Okay.
Um, and then incompatibility, like you see red flags, and
What kind of red flags, bro? What kind of red flags?
like not. I'm a big family person, so that's number one. So like them not wanting to like hang out with like friends or family, that they want to be secluded.
They want to isolate you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that kind
not
of a
good.
thing. So I'm like,
Okay.
that doesn't work with my lifestyle.
Okay.
And then we all know about not liking to travel.
Well, that's a red flag.
Yes.
That's the biggest red flag ever if
Hmm.
you love to travel.
Right. So those were like my only, I guess, the biggest ones. But Another reason for breakup, but none of us said, was infidelity or cheating.
Hmm. Well, yeah, that can be a valid reason for breaking up.
But some people
Definitely.
don't think it is, or they don't break up after cheating.
Well, yeah, I think it depends. Well, no, like everybody has their own. They have lines in the sand, their own personal lines in the sand that like if you cross. So
Mm-hmm.
for one person, it might be something as simple as like they don't like you don't like the same football team as they do, right?
Mm.
And then others, it's infidelity. Um, I think a lot of it has depend on what you've been through and what you believe. Like, if you're one of those people that believe that people cheat, like everybody cheats,
Mm.
then it's kind of one of those things where, like, all right, well,
You expected
everybody
it.
cheats, yeah. So let's see if we can work it out. With and it may also be because how much you love a person and like how long have you invested in a relationship, how deep the connection is, and like is this person worth fighting for? Because ultimately healthy relationships happen when you have two people who are willing to put in the work to manage or maintain the relationship.
Mm.
It's when you're compatible across many different categories, then it's easy. It's really easy. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had a girl, like my first real girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
We only had one fight. We were together for like a year and a half. We only had one fight, and that was a fight that broke us up. But right, but then when I look back at it, what I realize is that I swallowed a lot of shit because I didn't want to
Mm.
argue, and I'm sure she swallowed a lot of shit too because she didn't want to argue. So
It was a build up then.
yeah, it probably was a buildup. But it just showed that we both weren't committed to making the relationship work.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that I have in my life that we bumped heads almost every day, but we both want the relationship to work. So we're willing to like bump heads and make it work. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're with somebody who you are committed to making it really work, then yeah, I could see how if they cheat on you, maybe the first time or the second time, you might be like, all right, let's try to make it work. Now, if they keep doing that shit, then you need to change the status to your relationship
Mm-hmm.
and make it like an open relationship or whatever. Just leave them alone. So
Yeah. Have you ever had to tell someone? Have you ever been in the position where you had to tell someone that their partner was cheating, or caught like a friend's partner was cheating?
I would never, ever, 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 ever say I would never tell a friend of mine that their partner was cheating.
No, even if you caught them.
If I caught them bumping uglies in my basement for some odd reason,
Why?
because because the messenger always gets killed.
Mm.
And if I tell you that, oh, Rell, I caught your guy cheating, right? Okay, and then you guys get back together. Now all of a
It's
sudden I'm the
awkward.
bad guy.
And it's awkward anytime you hang out. Someone said that before, that they would never tell.
No, no, no. I would never. It's not any of my business.
Mm-hmm.
It's no, because I've seen it happen. I've witnessed it in other people's relationships where the person that outed the cheating partner in the end lost the friendship because the couple didn't break up, and then the person that was cheating hated the person for telling. And no, nope, nope, nope. I'll pull the person to the side and be like, "Yo, you need to like if they know that I know.
Mm-hmm.
But even if I don't know, if they don't know that I know, I am minding my business and just know anytime there's a complaint about the relationship, I'll be like, yeah, you should probably break up.
Facts.
Yo, seriously, like every time, like, nah, you should probably break up. Yo, let's go out and meet some girls. Let like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I am not. It's not any. No, I've seen it. So
Mm-hmm.
no. How about you?
The worst situation I ever had. Like, this is crazy. So, a friend of mine was cheating on her boyfriend.
Mhm.
but she was doing it as like revenge because he cheated on her.
Okay.
So she introduced me to the guy that she was cheating with. I don't know why she did this. And then a couple, weeks later, she invited me out. We were at the bar. Her and her boyfriend are there. And then guess who comes?
Damn. Dun,
The
dun,
guy
dun.
she's cheating with.
Ugh.
And he's all buddy up with the boyfriend. And I just felt so uncomfortable. I had to leave. Like, I just left. I didn't say bye to anyone because I'm like, what is going on here?
But what exactly? Why were you uncomfortable exactly?
Because it's like they're being so fake.
Gotcha.
Like you know that you're cheating. You're bringing this guy around your boyfriend. Y'all are having drinks. Like it's supposed to be like a genuine moment, hang out, and it's not. And he's like dapping him up and like hand around the shoulder. I'm like, this feels good for you because you're fucking his girl.
Wow. Yo,
I just couldn't believe it.
all I'm thinking in this moment is like women are so dastardly.
Let's not do that.
No. Listen, y'all are so dastardly. You are able to be devious and deceitful on levels that men only dream. We only dream that we could be as deceitful and good at it.
Y'all are terrible too.
No, but I mean, no, we're terrible at being terrible because we get caught. How often is it? Oh, hold on. Let me ask you this: Your friend, did she ever get caught?
No.
See,
well, not that I know of. I don't know.
I bet you if it was the other way around, he'd have got caught that night.
But that's what he's gotten caught many times.
Right. Still, my point. You've just proven my point. We are not good. We are not good at being being deceitful. Most of us, like we put all the effort in the world to being deceitful, lying, and cheating and stuff. But when it comes to the actual execution of it, y'all have us beat. Y'all will be knocking down our best friends, co-workers, all the stuff around us. Well, and we have no idea
because you guys do dumb things. Like it's funny because their relationship was just crazy, but the way that she found out that he was cheating was they were on vacation, and Domino's kept calling.
Oh, Domino's, right? Oh, Domino's, huh?
And so she was like. She called it, and it was the girl, and that's how she found out. So, oh
my god,
she was like, "She got to get him back."
Domino's?
She definitely got him back.
Well, clearly with with his friend, So you need to find out if.
Well, it was her friend. It was her.
Her friend, not his friend. Yeah. Not his friend. Okay.
It was actually someone I think that she knew from back home.
Okay.
Like where she grew up.
Okay. Wow. But again, he gets caught. She gets revenge. He thinks everything is good. Meanwhile, she's just having all the revenge sex and then gets to laugh at the idea that they're at the bar and being buddy.
Do you think they're still together today?
Probably.
No, they're not. Luckily,
no.
But they did stay together for a couple years after that.
Good enough.
Yeah,
that's good enough. Good for her. Yeah. Good for her. She worked that situation, and I bet you she kept cheating too, didn't she?
Maybe, I don't know.
You really?
I distanced myself after. It was just so weird to me. I'm like, dang.
I understand.
You do that to someone you love. What you do to me?
Right, that's the right way. Good thing. She's very, very dishonest. Deceitful. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, all right.
But we're cool.
Okay. So, I think the thing about ex breakups. So you're saying like infidelity was like the number one reason for people breaking up. Were there other things in the list or no?
Well, like you said, being incompatible sexually and religious views was one.
Okay. Yeah, that's big. I can see that.
Yeah. And then family members, like if your parents, I think it was mostly mothers, not liking your significant other.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, it's tough because like all right, once you get into a relationship with someone, you're dating everybody that's important to them in their world, their
Mm-hmm.
life. So that means their siblings, brothers and sisters, their parents, anybody like now they're around. And so I do have a problem with that. Like when I meet somebody, I'm on their social media. I'm looking at the people that they interact with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm evaluating all these things because ultimately, yeah, you have to deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
And what really sucks is when your friends get with people that you don't like, because now it's like, God damn it, here we gotta deal with these.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, it's kind of jacked up. It's kind of jacked
Yeah.
up. So, what about what's next on your list there? Because I don't want to get
Yeah,
us
no
out of
problem.
order.
So the next would be, do you take breaks? And are breakups different from breaks?
Mm. Well, it's been so long since I've been. All right. Have I taken a break? Well, first of all, breakups are different than breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because breakups are we're not together. Like we're done. Like there's no. I mean, if we get back together, it's because we got back together. But when you take a break, what you're saying is like there's going to be an end to this break. So we're putting space in between us with the intention of getting back together. With the
Mm-hmm.
breakup, there is no intention of getting back together unless you're in one of those toxic relationships where all y'all do is break up every other
Get back
week and and
together.
get back together. And but it's still a breakup because at any one of those breakups, that could be the end.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's how I see it.
Okay, I agree. I think that's what the definition of them are. But I feel like if you are taking a break, you're broken up. And I guess it depends on like what you agree to. That's another thing. Like, what are there any rules while you're on a break? So does that mean that you get to see each other? Because if you want to see each other, I mean, different people while we're on a break, then we should just break up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to think back if I ever was on a break in a situation. And I feel like today, today, if I was in a relationship and we took a break, in my mind, that doesn't give either of us license to go out and deal with any other people. The break is so that we can catch our breath and reevaluate things and not be in each other's faces.
But in the example from earlier,
Mhm.
you didn't have a problem with him hooking up with someone while they were on a break.
Because we didn't talk about that. We didn't. I mean, we didn't talk about that aspect of it. But now that we've gone down this
Mm-hmm.
pipeline here, no, it was kind of foul. I mean, I
Okay.
did. I listen. In all fairness, I did talk about like, well, damn, how long were they apart that he could get with somebody and then plan a non-refundable vacation with,
Mm-hmm.
right? So,
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay.
right. So, but I mean, if you're really just talking about like these are two different things. These are two distinct things, even though
Mm-hmm.
people treat them as one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just keep thinking about Friends and Ross and Rachel, and he was like, "We were on a break. We were on a break."
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, no, like
I
if I'm
feel bad now.
why?
Well, that example that you gave, like I don't never watch Friends, but like there was a time where I used a break because I wanted to break up with someone, but I was too scared or like I didn't want to hurt
Mm-hmm.
their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So I used a that's probably why to me they're the one and the same.
Yeah, you're wrong. They're not.
So I was
No,
like, let's take a break.
right. I mean to be honest with you, it's whatever a relationship, the rules of a relationship. There shouldn't be like we shouldn't go into our relationships and just subscribe to like the societal rules of what a relationship is because everyone's relationship is different.
Mm-hmm.
Really, we should be negotiating and discussing the different rule, what's allowed, what's not allowed in the relationship, and then in a break as well. Like, all right, so if we're gonna take a break, um, what can or what can't we do? Now, I kind of feel like if you're really not getting along and it's like things are shit's really bad in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
you probably kind of know if this is the kind of break where it's okay for you to go out and run the streets versus like, all right, well, we're just, I just need a few days to really, I need this time to see if I miss you. And if I miss
Mm.
you, then we can see about work. If we miss each other, we can see about working it out. If we don't miss each other, then we're going to have another discussion and make the break permanent.
Mm.
Still feeling bad or no?
No, I don't feel bad.
Of course
That
you
was in the
don't.
past.
Well, why did you break up? Well, why did you go on the break that lasted forever?
Well, I felt bad. I felt like, so I wanted to break up. I didn't see a future with us. We both wanted different things, and I think that we grew apart. Um, but I feel like there was a lot of things going on in his life. There was death in the family, and it's just like I felt like there wasn't a right time to do it.
All right.
And I felt like that was going to be peeling back the Band-Aid instead of just.
So as he's going through the life kicking his ass, right?
Yeah.
You opted to take a step
Yes.
away in a way that made it seem like, oh, this is just a break. This is temporary. Now I can focus on this thing. Meanwhile, you like really moving out. Like you just what?
I waited. I'm saying that because all that stuff was happening, like I wasn't happy. So all that stuff was happening. I was like, dang, I can't break up with him because of this. So I waited. So
Okay.
I stayed in that relationship while all this shit was going on. So when it died down,
When it died down, when he was like, "Oh, I can catch my breath," you're
I
like,
don't.
"I'm out."
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I was like, it was not. There was never a good time to break up. So I felt bad and I didn't know how to do it.
I happened to. I got broken up with in the midst of my grandfather died. He died, and he died from lung cancer.
Okay.
And like, I was dealing with. I was dealing with. So she was graduating, and I was still in. I would still had a year to go,
Mm-hmm.
and so she's getting ready to start her life, and I'm still like in college mode. And then
Mm-hmm.
grandfather, he's dying
Your
from
morning.
stunting. Like, yeah, and I mean it wasn't just like oh, he died. It was I went to see him, and the man had like 10% breathing capacity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to give him a pep talk because he was like scared. He was scared. And I'm like, but you believe in Jesus, right? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, you going to heaven, right? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, you're good. And he was like, yeah, right on. Right. Right. And then he told me to come back. He was like, you got to come back tomorrow. You have to come back tomorrow. And my grandmother was like, hey, he's just talking out of his head. Don't worry about it. And the next day he died. And so then I was dealing with the guilt
That you should
of
have gone
I should
back.
have gone back, to see,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And so all of this, and then she was like, it's over. Like, yeah, sorry about
See, now
grandfather for the
I feel
breath.
good that I didn't like break up with him like during that time.
Right. But you know what? Now that I look back on it, maybe it was better because I was so numb. I was so
Your
like,
sadness was in that instead of
right.
into her.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, it's death. Break up. Death. Break up. All
Yeah.
right, I mean, down the line, that shit kicked my ass, but man, Rell, you a savage. Kind of,
No, there's
sort
like,
of.
when is a good time to break up? So like, when do you know a relationship is over, and when do you break up? Like, that's a serious question. Like,
So, what's your answer? What do you think? When do you, or do you not know?
I know when it's over. It's when you're, and it's not even a real answer. I feel like that's a hard question because initially I would be like, when you're not happy, but like you were saying, you know, when two people are in a relationship, it's whether you both want it and if it's worth it, you guys will work through it. So you're not going to be happy all the time, but is that the person that you want to work through that unhappiness with?
Right. Take what you said, but take out the word. Is it worth it? The question is it worth it? And it's to me, it's if you both want the relationship to work, not if it's worth it,
Mm-hmm.
but if you both want it to work, then that's your cue to keep going. The moment that either of you doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
to be both. It's not like launching a nuclear missile where both people have to turn the key. It would be
Yeah.
nice if it was like that. But as soon as one person no
Drops out.
longer wants to, then that's when it's over.
Mm.
That's when it's over. It's like one of my favorite sayings, and it was from the movie Idlewild. And what's his name's character said it? Terrence Howard. And he said, the person who is least interested in maintaining a relationship will always dominate the relationship. And when you
Say that
think of
again.
when the person who is least interested in maintaining a relationship
Mm-hmm.
will always dominate the relationship.
Mm.
Because if I don't care about your feelings,
Mm-hmm.
then I can tell you, I can say whatever I want to you. I can tell you, I it doesn't matter because I don't care about you. So if I'm like, yo, walk on your knees across that glass to go get this walk, come get this water, and you'll do it because you really want the water, and I don't really care. Like I'm just dominant. You're gonna be doing whatever it takes for you to make me happy, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't care. So yeah, so the moment that somebody is, one of you does not want to maintain a relationship, that's when it needs to be over.
Yeah. That's why they tell you to marry someone.
Oh, here we go. Here we
Marry
go.
someone that loves you more than you love them.
I agree. I agree with that 1,000%. But then you don't respect the person as you should, right?
Yeah, but that's a saying for a reason. You
I
just
bet
said
I bet you an unhappy person
it.
came up with that fucking saying. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. So yeah, the moment one person is not interested in maintaining is in having a relationship,
I'll
that's when
tell you.
you
It's like,
it's that's when it's time to break up, right?
mm-hmm.
And then that leads into the question after the relationship. Well, what's it before I delve off
Well,
down this
you
little
kind of did.
category? What's it?
When do you break up? So we kind of
Yeah,
on
that
that.
okay.
So
So
what
what's
were you
the
gonna say?
well? Do you maintain any kind of relationship after you broken up?
That's the next question.
That's the next
Mm-hmm.
question.
Look at
We
you.
simpatico. I don't even have the notes in front of me. I'm just going off. I'm just going with the ebb and flow of this conversation.
Mm-hmm. I'm a
So
good producer.
you're a great producer. Hold on. Let me show you the love. Let me show you the love.
Thanks.
um, so do you, Rel? Do you have you maintained relationships with your exes at all, if at all?
Yes, but I've had relationships where they say no, like you should not talk to your ex, like you shouldn't have any communication with anyone like that, or
Mm,
like they're your ex for a reason. They're in the past. You shouldn't still talk to
mm,
them. But I, yeah, I don't have none of my relationships ended badly.
right,
Like it was like a mutual. We're not going to do this anymore.
right,
So, and like when you spend time with someone, like they're my friends, like my friends first.
right.
So
Yeah,
it's like it's hard for me to like just cut off all communication because they're still good people and I still like them.
right.
But I do understand the other side of the coin that if my partner is uncomfortable with it, then I will. No?
Yeah, no, because look, I've been with the insecure girlfriend. I've
Mm-hmm.
had that, and I think the older I get, the more I respect people's relationships. Like we're not born in we weren't hatched out of an egg. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I meet you today, you weren't hatched out of an egg today. You have a history, you have
Mm-hmm.
a past, path, whatever. So, um, if you have an ex that I'm uncomfortable with, that's my problem to deal with, not your problem to solve. So
Mm.
either I need to get comfortable with it, or I need to remove myself out of the situation. Now, if I see things going on that are like, wait a minute, y'all always hugged up, like these things make me uncomfortable and I feel like it's inappropriate, then that makes me question, like, oh, are you for me or not? And if that's the case, you're really not for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to back out of this situation anyway. So
Yeah.
because it like if I ask you, like you said, if you're like you, my relationships with people, women that I've dealt with in the past, I had a genuine connection with them and a genuine love, and I still care for almost all of the day, right? Um, some of them I'm indifferent
Y'all know who
towards.
you are.
Right. They're not listening to this podcast. It ain't had nothing to do with me. And if they are, no.
Thanks for the support. Like
Yes,
and subscribe.
thank you. No, but it, like I I care for like anybody that's in my inner circle. I care for, and I genuinely they matter to me. So, um, I always weigh things out. So if I just meet you, you're new, and you're telling me that you want me to kick people that I have history with to the curb because you're uncomfortable with it, you're showing me that you might be insecure. Now it's different if I'm doing shit. Like if I'm acting shady or like there's stuff going on. That's I get that. I really get that. But if it's just that they're uncomfortable because there was a history there and they want me to get rid of them, that's a red flag for me personally. I've never asked. Actually, I did. That was when I was young. Um, the ex was always around, and like he wanted to. It was a long distance relationship, and he needed a place to stay, and he wanted to stay with her for the summer, and like it was a 1 bedroom apartment, so it wasn't like. And so then I was like, no, 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 and she like to her credit, she was like, nah, you can't stay here. That was a one time, but since then, I'm not the guy to be like, you got to get rid of such and such. I'm uncomfortable with this. I realize that's on me to deal with. And again, if I'm seeing things that are like shady, like I feel like are shady, then she's got to go anyway because she's not, she's probably like your friend,
Yeah.
right?
True. But you don't think that when you're in a relationship or you're married that you should move differently?
No, you should definitely move differently. Like you can't. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you should be able to do what you want or whatever. But what I am saying is that it really, like, insecurity. No one can make you feel secure. So if you feel insecure about an ex or something like that, there's literally nothing that your partner can do that's gonna make you feel secure.
Yeah, it's
Like you're
something you
always
have to do for
right.
yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna invent reasons why you're upset. If they get rid of the person, it's like, well, why did it take you so long to get rid of it? You had to think about it. Like, just
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Like so to me, no, I'm not going down that alley. Like we're not going down that road. If you don't like if you don't like certain things about aspects about my relationship, and you're taking this like nuclear option, which is like they gotta go, then we're probably not gonna be good together because it's a slippery slope. So today it's this person, tomorrow it's an activity that you don't like. Next week it's you don't want me watching this or that, and that's just the way my
Yeah.
mind. That's just the way my mind works. So
I just think of it as a like respect thing. Like even my like male friends, I like if they get a girlfriend, I back off.
right, but
Like
that's
yeah.
your adjustment, right? That's
Yeah.
that's not your guy friend saying Rel back off, or
Okay,
or
I see what
you
you're
you
saying.
see what I'm
It's not
saying?
no one pressuring me or telling me that I have to do it.
Right.
It's my own. Okay. I see.
Yeah, that's how you move. So yeah, if I have to tell you, no, I don't want to be told how to deal with how I should, what friends I should have, or how I should interact with them. If I get with somebody and there's an ex that I'm still cool with and talking, like, of course, I'm going to adjust. Like, oh, okay, we might not be on the phone chatting late at night or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that just happens naturally anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, things are gonna be adjusted. But the moment she's like, I don't like such and such because we got a history or whatever, and there's no reason, like she's basically manufacturing reasons why.
Yeah.
No, we can't. It's not going to work for me because I'm not an insecure person. I'm not a jealous person. I'm not a controlling person.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I don't want to deal with anybody who are those things. It's just
Right.
not going to work for me. So
Agree. All
maybe
right.
the people are out there like this motherfucker. No,
No, there's some people who like, hell no.
right.
Like, cut them off. Like, I literally had a dude talking about, like, there's no reason that you should have contact with your exes. They're an ex for a reason. And I was just like, okay.
And you know what I say about people like that? Because they know how they would operate if they were dealing with their exes.
Mm,
Because
that's
people
true.
always project. They
Yeah.
always project the things that they would do on to other people. So,
Mm.
so yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I have a scenario.
Okay, let's go.
On my favorite show, 90 Day Fiance,
Oh shit. Here we
there's a couple on there. Her name was Ariel.
go.
She was married previously. She's now divorced,
Okay.
and now she is in a relationship with Benny. Her ex-husband, she invited her ex-husband to come stay and visit her and her fiance in Ethiopia and meet her son.
What? Wait, what? For the people out there, run it back, so we make sure we're good.
So Ariel, or whatever her name is,
Mm-hmm.
the girl invited her ex-husband
All right.
to come visit her new fiance and their son in Ethiopia.
Okay.
And so her fiance was upset. Like, why do you want this man to come visit us?
Okay.
Is he valid or is he not?
He
And
is
he stayed in their house.
okay. He is no. I here's this is why this situation is different. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so one is Ethiopia, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're overseas. The cost of an airline to get there is very expensive. Okay, all right. No, listen, I'm taking us
Okay,
I'm
okay,
taking us
okay.
down. This is how Brandon DJ Silk thinks. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm different. I know that. Probably why I'm still single. Anyway, um, so they have a child together, and so
No,
this.
not the ex-husband. Her current fiance and her have a child together. This is not the ex-husband's child.
Oh well, no, that's some bullshit. Let me
Okay.
just erase everything that
Yeah.
I said. No, 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 no. I thought no, no, no. That's a red flag. Like Ethiopian dude needs to be like, no, we're not getting married. No, no, no. What? No, there's no. Why in
Uh,
the house?
in the house. And then she had a breakdown that she's like she needed closure because she kind of like ran away from him. Like, I guess their relationship was getting too serious. And so she just like fled and broke it off. So they didn't really have like a real breakup.
Yeah, no. So this is. It would be one thing if she had a just a normal friendship with her ex, like to the point that her current guy understood and knew. Like he
Mm-hmm.
might not be happy with it, but he understood. Like, all right, well, this is an important person in her life. That's different. Him being upset is clearly indicative of like, bitch, you crazy. Like, what? How are you flying somebody all the way here to Ethiopia, staying in my house? Like, for what? So you can get some closure. You can't do that over Zoom or FaceTime
And
or
they talk
Skype.
every day. She said, he's my friend.
Mm, no, no.
And then she had the nerve to say to him, Like when she's like, "This is my son," and then she made the comment like, "This could have been yours."
Yeah, no, the vibe is not right. The vibe is not right on that one. And I know what I know what I said before about like previous relationships and balance and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a little bit, that's way too far. Like that's a expensive and long flight. That's a like, and clearly homie in Ethiopia is not down with it. Like
Yeah, he was not
before,
happy.
yeah, before that should happen, like that's one of those things where you have a conversation with your current person, because you do have to consider their feelings and their comfort, and there are bridges too far.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, talking every day or whatever, having conversations or whatever, that's not a big deal, especially when you're that far apart.
Mm-hmm.
But to be like, yeah, I want you to come and visit, and I still got some latent feelings, and I need closure or whatever. No, no, that's some bullshit. All
I
right,
agree with you.
okay,
All
yay, oh, yay. All right,
right, that's it.
that's it.
Breakups and exes.
Uh, breakups are hard, but they're necessary. Um, I think that like relationships are so hard, like romantic relationships.
Mm-hmm.
They're really hard, and and what's harder than being in a relationship is getting out of one. So seriously, like it's so hard. Like even when you're the most unhappy, it's
Mm-hmm.
so hard, because you just there's this lingering questions like, am I doing the right thing? I give it another chance, but
Mm-hmm.
you're going out into the unknown. You've kind of created the situation of somewhat comfort around you, and now you're
Mm-hmm.
stepping out of it. Ugh.
And it's hard to, even when you break up. I had a conversation with a friend. They had a breakup, and he's like, I don't know if I want to get back together with her. Like, what if like 15 years down the road, or five, like down the road, I'm like, maybe I should have tried again.
Mm.
And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, but you can always try again 15 down years down the road, if that's what's
It comes to, yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
because what's meant for you will be yours,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. So, um, yeah, yeah, man. And this is like, this conversation just reminds me of how happy I am to be single. Like, I'll
Mm-hmm.
be honest with you, like it's and there's a part of me every time I think about like being in a relationship, my mind fast forwards to like breaking up.
Oh no, that's not how you're supposed to think about it.
Exactly. I know. That's why I need to be in the space that I'm at, like right now, because I
Mm-hmm.
really do. Because I I've only had a few like bona fide, legitimate, like we're in a committed relationship
Mm-hmm.
in my life, and all of those breakups were tore me up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't do well with that. So that's one of the reasons why I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stay in this space. So
Yeah,
so yeah, so
I feel like you just have to find someone that is worth your time. Like you want to spend your time with them.
yeah. But I mean, all of those people were worth my time at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
But we evolve, and whether you realize that it's just not a good fit, like the relationship as it is, maybe
Mm-hmm.
we're just better friends. Maybe we're just better fuck buddies. Maybe we're just better acquaintances, or maybe we're just better not being in the vicinity of each other. You just
Yes.
right. It just but the only way you can figure that out is by like
Trying.
trying, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the most of the people women that I've dealt with, I to this day, we I can pick up the phone, or they can pick up the phone, and we can have a conversation, we can hang out and things like that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
fine. Like it's like that was the relationship that we have now is a relationship that actually works best for us. So
Mm-hmm.
um yeah. Mm. Anyway, I think it's time to talk about things that cultured people do.
Okay. We have this this time.
This okay. All right. So these two things are read a book before the film comes out.
I've done this before.
Have you?
Yes, but y'all gonna
Really?
laugh at me.
Oh, I'm gonna laugh. Let's all laugh. What's up?
I don't do it very often, but maybe it's the only time was The Secret Life of Bees.
For real?
Yeah, and I read it before it came out, and this is so long ago. And then because I wanted to read it, and then it starred Queen Latifah, Alicia Keys, Dakota Fanning, and then what's his name? A couple people, but
Okay.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna read this book, and then
Okay.
yeah,
So was the book better than the movie or vice versa?
I think they did a great job. Of course, anytime a book is gonna be more elaborate than the movie, but they did a great job.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the reason why most 99% of the time the book is better than the movie for people is because when you read the book, you create the world in your head. And it's very hard for a movie maker, producers, they can't like what are the odds that the characters are going to look like how you envision them to look or the scenes are going to look the way, and that's where people get disappointed. So along with the detail part of it, but
Right. I feel like I'm open. Like you have to be open minded. Like
right.
of course, like I love the book, but you have to be open minded. They're not gonna fit. I don't know. Say like a 500-page book into 2 hours. It just can't happen. So maybe your favorite scene is not gonna be in the movie, or
Right.
they have to put in what they have to put together a film that will make sense and tell a story.
I think for me, it's always the character's not looking like how I pictured them in my head.
And you can't get over it.
You're right. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm petty like that. I do. You know, I mean, serious because I have a very vivid imagination. It's very strong. So you know, if I read a book and then I envision the character and the person doesn't look anywhere near it, I'm like, oh, that's some bullshit. So, um, yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's not a bad book or movie.
No, I'm just saying like it's old and corny. I don't know.
No, 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 no,
Have you
no,
ever read the book before the movie?
no, no,
No.
no. I listen. I'm like big on Audible. Like I struggle with staying awake when I read. Yeah, reading makes me sleepy.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's a problem. Like
Do you
so,
read before you go to sleep?
sometimes, yeah, or I'll write, but yeah, reading it's a trigger for me. So, um, so if I'm really like have insomnia, then I'm like I'm gonna read something because it's gonna put me to sleep. So it's all the way in a way.
Wait, before you move on, I have a more embarrassing one.
Oh shit, go
The
ahead.
what's that? The sex books with
50 Shades of Grey.
I read 50 Shades of Grey before it came.
Right, and that you know what
That was another one.
That was one of the when people talked about the movie being so bad. That was the most common complaint was that the characters did not look like what they. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the Christian Grey was supposed to be hotter than he was in the
Right, but everybody has a slightly different interpretation of what
But
they find is hot.
that's
Right,
true.
so. So, do you feel like the actor? Because I can't picture him in my head. Was he attractive? I mean, I believe.
He's average.
Okay. I never read the book because I heard it was poorly written. Like it was just actually really badly written. And then when I watched the movie, I'm like this, like yo, like what they should have done is they should have made that shit into a real porn. Like they should have. That would have been an opportunity to make a feature length porn. Like just go for the NC-17 or the triple X, like and just do it. That would have been, and people would have gone and seen it.
Yeah,
I think they missed an opportunity there.
I agree.
Yeah. So, so the other thing that cultured people do, they host dinner parties.
Hey, I like that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Host dinner parties. We should be doing that anyway.
Yeah. Be the hostess with the mostest.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Try new wines,
We'll have your guests bring different wines.
I mean, you can have different themes. So you can do
Yeah.
like, if you want dinner parties, so you have to switch it up. You can't just have dinner. So you do different things like wine tasting or.
I Yeah, so what would be dope is if within your group of friends, you bust out the calendar and
Mhm.
everybody takes a turn and host a dinner party, and like everybody takes a little bit of a theme or whatever, and then that
That's cute. I like that.
that was just off the top of my head. It's
So
fun.
when's your next dinner party?
Man, when I finish painting this damn house and freshening it up,
I'll
that's
help you decorate the tables and stuff. We'll make it cute.
yeah. So I actually just ordered, and my mom just sent me a message because it's the packages at the house. I ordered a ninja uh
Bullet?
grill,
Oh.
the air fryer thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm about to get into some things because I really haven't been cooking for the last couple of years. I've been like doing freshly meals and things like
Single
that.
life. Single
Yeah,
male life.
right. Well,
Bachelor life.
no, because cooking for one is hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
No,
so
it's not, but okay.
I mean, just with the portions and all that, whatever. I'd be cooking when I was cooking. I'd be cooking like my mom for 6 people. Like, and then
No, you
got
can't do that. Then
right.
you're gonna be eating the same thing for a week.
But and that's what I was doing. I didn't even have a problem with it. Just like
Yeah.
eat it up, big old vat of spaghetti. You know, like oh well, this Monday. I should get me through till Sunday afternoon. Like
Oh, no.
three meals a day, right? So
That's terrible.
yeah. So, but no. But I decided like I kept seeing the commercial, and it was like, oh, you want your meat medium well, and you can air fry and all that. I'm like, all right, you know what? I think
So
I
you're
wanna
gonna
start
have an
cooking.
air fryer dinner party
I'm just gonna have a dinner party that's with things that I prepare
in
in
the
my
air fryer
air fryer grill,
grill. Excuse me.
right, and other things. So yes, look, I'm just saying, it's food. I can cook. I actually, when I do cook, the food is good. I get compliments. It's just I don't like food shop. I don't like grocery shopping. I get angry every time I go to the grocery store.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
So there's this thing for me that it seems like every aisle that I need to go down in the section where I need to get stuff, there's always someone in a wheelchair or an electric cart with 3 carts that's in the way. And I swear, I like one day I'm just gonna wear a camera so people, because they don't believe me when I tell every fucking aisle, and it's like, all right, she's blocking that. Let me go around and get such and such. Not going, there's somebody else and somebody every aisle, and I just get so angry. Now I do
It's a
know
test of patience.
it is, well, you know what? It's actually an indication that I'm shopping in the wrong areas, because did you know
Mm.
that in a supermarket, in a typical supermarket floor plan, everything on the outside
It's
of the thing
healthy.
is the healthy, and everything on the inside is the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So I shouldn't be shopping in the inside in. That's why the 600 pound life person in the cart and the 3 carts shopping carts is
It's in
in the
the
way, right? Getting that processed unhealthy shit. So
not
right, I
nice.
need to keep my ass on the outside. And but now with my new ninja food thing,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be easier for me to be on the outside getting the healthier things. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So no, but I'm excited. I'm excited. You know, grilling salmon, because now I can just put the meat in it and say I want it medium well,
Mm-hmm.
and then
It'll be easy.
it'll be easy, and then I can now the trick will be like, how do I marinate it, or let it
Mm-hmm.
that so
Yeah.
so we, in terms of taking catching flights, not feelings. The last episode I talked about Miami,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna reiterate the Good Times Hotel in Miami. Hip place to stay, really cool. Jen and we were talking about just different travel things. So you had talked about Google Flights, and that's how I got my great airfare
Mm-hmm.
for this trip. Hopper, I've been on the Hopper app,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really really
Do you like
good.
it?
I love it because you can actually, with Google Flights, at least I don't see it. It feels like you have to put dates in. Like
You don't have to.
I don't see how, like,
Mm-hmm.
but Hopper is more visual.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have the calendar is the first thing you see
Mm.
instead of like, so maybe I need to go back and Google flights and look and just put a date range, right?
So Hopper may be good, but there is an option for Google Flights where you can remove the dates and just put your destination, and it can show you the cheapest dates for flights.
Okay. All
And there's
right.
also like you can put your date range. So you could do specific dates, or you could do a weekend, a week, 2 weeks, and a range of months.
All right.
And
I'm pulling
then
it
it
up
can show
now.
you destinations and the cheapest flights. But I don't
Okay.
remember I think um, so I think if you have to enter dates, that's like the flights tab. But then I think there's like a plan tab
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
or
So yeah,
explore tab. Explore
okay, it's the
tab.
Explore tab.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
There you
So
go.
yeah, okay.
And I like it because it gives you the map. So you can look, oh, you have vacation from the 17th to the 21st. You put those dates in and you can find the cheapest flights for all over the world. And then
Oh.
you can also narrow it down to um, beach destinations and things like that.
Like now I just pulled this up.
What
I'm
happened?
about to get in trouble here.
What?
So there is nonstop from Philly to Miami. It's on
Hey.
Frontier.
Oh no.
It's like Monday, November 15th through Wednesday, November 24th. That's the whatever. $44
See, you're a
round
guy.
trip
You can put
nonstop.
stuff in your book bag and go.
You can too. You can. You
I
got
have
room.
natural hair. My hair products alone. So maybe if I get my hair braided, then I could make it work. But
Listen, $44 round trip. You can't. You can't figure it out.
the seats are probably uncomfortable.
It's 2 hours and 51 minutes of uncomfortableness to be.
All right. So you buy a seat. Okay, I'll buy 2 seats so I can put my legs up. For $44, that's what I'll do.
But like, yo, the first trip is 6 a.m. to 8:51 a.m. nine nonstop. The second one is 9:23 to 12:19 a.m.
What
And the
kind of
seventh one,
travel are you? Do you like morning flights or afternoon flights or later flights?
personally, I like morning flights, but I don't mind afternoon flights. I kind of try to um, get it to where close to when I can check into the hotel.
Mm,
Instead of like,
waiting around.
right. I mean, of course, you can check your bags. You
Hmm.
like, hey, and do your thing. But yeah, I would. I don't know. Let's see. I'm
I'm
trying to
morning
think.
flight all the way. The earliest I can get there, the better for me. I can
Right.
start my vacation early or my trip early. If there's a flight delay, it doesn't delay my trip or my plans. So that's why I always pick the earliest flight.
This is true. Damn. Look. So one carry on is between $76 and $84.
So
See, that's
with
the
that, you might as
bullshit.
well buy an extra ticket and have a second personal bag.
No, but I mean the bag fee. That's your carry on. Like,
No, but you get a free. So if the flight is $44, right, and you get a free personal bag, right?
no, one carry on. So they're charging. That's how they're
They're
getting
charging for
you.
personal item and carry on.
Yeah, it
Usually,
looks
you get a
like.
purse or book bag for free.
Yeah, but no, it's so what it's saying is carry on bag $76 to $84. First check bag is 72 to 84. So I guess if you have your backpack, that's free,
Hmm.
but your carry on, they're charging for it. See, that's how Frontier be getting people, man. That's
That's
the
Spirit
bullshit.
and Frontier. But what I'm saying is that at that point, you could just buy another ticket for $44 and have two personal items
This is true.
if you wanted to be, a savvy traveler.
Man, I'm not trying to have no fights in the thing. They're like, no, sir. No,
Right.
this doesn't count. Like, but I got two tickets. Like, no.
$76, sir. No,
Right.
actually, it's $100 at the gate.
Right, right. But so yeah, I really want to go for my birthday, which is in December. Go back in December. But so yeah, so I like the Hopper app because even though Rell had to be here to explain to me how to get that Explore page. The Hopper app
Hmm.
is just once you get on there, you can just look at the calendar and it's color
Mm.
coded. So like the cheap dates are green,
Mm.
yellow, and then red.
Mm-hmm.
And then they send you out notifications all the damn time, like your flight is going up. You better book it. Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna go down. And then Jen turned me on to Hotel Tonight. Are you familiar with that app?
No.
So let's say we are in Miami right now. We just landed, right? And we were really ghetto and didn't book a hotel because we're just some broke motherfuckers, right? And we're just like the
My
dude.
anxiety. My anxiety. I can't even
Right.
say it. My anxiety couldn't handle that.
Right.
I go crazy.
I know. So it's the 27th, right?
Uh-huh.
So let's see. And let's say the checkout is we're
But a
leaving
lot of
Monday.
people do that, and especially for Miami.
Right.
They go down and they figure it out when they get there. Maybe they can stay with someone or they use Hotel Tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah. So let's say, so we're staying from Wednesday to Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now, let's see what the Good Times Hotel is working at right now. If it's on, if they have any availabilities. So you can, the parent, okay. So right now it's 141 per night.
Mm-hmm. That's
The
good.
the other day when I did this, it was $93 a night.
Oh.
So
So it's like a app for like last minute bookings.
yeah, you can do out in the future too,
Mm-hmm.
but like yeah, you could do like so. What Jen said is that after check-in time,
They try to
like
fill the rooms.
they try to fill it so the prices drop.
Mm.
So yeah, so Hotel Tonight. So that's our travel
Cool.
tip for just apps. There's so many cool apps out there to get good deals or just figure things out. So um yeah, that's it. If you help this podcast grow, then we can do it from like cooler places. We can travel and have more stories and things, and then you guys can live vicariously through us. And all you had to do was leave a review and comment and like and subscribe. It's easy. It doesn't cost you anything, right?
Right.
Right. So do you have anything in closing as we close this out, Rel? No.
Break up with him.
Oh,
Just kidding.
Yo, seriously though, life is too short. If you're not happy and they're not putting in the work, then just do yourself a favor, man. Just break up, and don't be throwing away your exes and things just because you have a new person and they're insecure. You know, especially if your ex is a good person and a great person, and it just didn't work out because you were incompatible in a romantic level. They might be your best friend in the world. So. All right. Ro, how do they follow you on your Instagram page that you don't really use?
Yeah, I don't really have social media, but you can follow me on Rell Traveling. Stuff is coming.
Stuff is coming, right? All right.
I'll post something one day,
Uh-huh. And then of course is, at Jen Mazing on
Twitter.
Snapchat. And I think she might have gotten rid of her Twitter.
What?
I know.
Are you sure?
I think so. But you can try. You can try at Jen Mazing with the underscore that. But she's on Snapchat, and then of course me, DJ Silk at DJ Silk on Instagram. And you go to my bio and click on the link tree, and you'll see all the links for everything that we do. So this has been an episode of Cultured Misfits. Thank you so very much, Rel.
Thank you, everyone.
Did you like being in the studio?
Yeah,
You like
I
the
missed
lights?
it. It's beautiful.
We got the lights, this little ambiance and shit. It's nice. So.
It feels better to be able to talk in real time, and then instead of the lagging.
Right.
Like, yeah.
But we appreciate the Zoom technology for enabling us to be able to do something.
Yes,
so
100%.
So anyway, this is the Cultured Misfits podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. And until then, next time, be safe, be well. We're out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.